It's that time again. It is time for another Football Manager 2022 experiment. We're going to see if we can win the league again with Hearts, this time with another addition to the squad. We've tried this experiment on 2 occasions. First up, we tried it with Erling Haaland. We were doing really well. We got to the split, only 2 points behind Rangers. Unfortunately, Hearts kind of broke apart like a rotten egg, man. They just kind of smashed over the place. Rangers went on to win the league easy, unfortunately. Second attempt was with Kylian Mbappe, and we did much better. So much better that Mbappe fired Hearts on to win the league. But we're going to try something different now. The first 2 experiments were with strikers. We're going to see if we can win the league with Hearts with a player a bit further back. So we're going to be going with central midfielders. I'm just going to keep experimenting with some of the best midfielders in the world until one of them can get the job done, until one of them can fire Hearts to the cinch Premiership glory. And since Kylian Mbappe managed to do it as the second striker, we're going to go with the French man's international teammate. We're going to go and try with N'Golo Kante. Now, this guy was crucial to Leicester winning their league in that 2016 fairy tale story. But a lot of people say the next season he single-handedly won Chelsea the league. So back-to-back Premier League winner, this guy. Can he single-handedly, or at least help Hearts on winning the cinch Premiership? We're going to find out, guys. We're going to have a quick look here at the stats that N'Golo Kante possesses. Now, straight away, the ones that jump out, obviously, stamina 20, teamwork 20, work rate 20, natural fitness 18. This guy can run about the middle of the pitch all day long. This guy can control the midfield, and in that, he can control the games. He will never tire. He will keep going and going and going. He got concentration and decision, both 16, both 2 good stats there. Tackling 19. It's going to be hard for anybody to get past this man with tackling like that. Anticipation 18. His marking at 12 seems a little bit low in my opinion. I thought he would have, again, I thought he'd have been at least 15 for that, but unfortunately for him, he's not. So his marking isn't the best, but like I said, he's got great tackling to make up for it. His agility and acceleration isn't bad for a CDM, 15 and 13 respectively. Off the ball, 15, positioning 15. And going forward, he's not even that bad either. First touch, 13, dribbling 11, 12 for cross, and passing 13, vision 14. So even though he's more of a defensive-minded player, he can still do damage going forward. And we're going to find out, guys, if he can do damage here in the Scottish League. We're going to skip through the season. We're going to stop at certain points through it. We'll give an update. We'll check how Hearts are doing. We'll check how N'Golo Kante's doing. And we'll see at the end of the season if Kante can win his 3rd league title. He's done it with Leicester. He has done it with Chelsea. But now, can he do it with Hearts? Let's find out. 8 games then into the season, we can see Hearts are sitting in 3rd place. Now, 3rd place doesn't sound too bad, but when you can consider that they've only got 3 wins out of the opening 8 games, that doesn't sound as good. Along with 3 draws and 2 losses, 6 points behind league leaders Rangers, also behind Edinburgh rivals Hibernian. I think you would have expected more from a Hearts, especially with Kante in the middle of the park controlling that midfield. We'll have a look at some of Kante's stats here and see how he's performing. He's made 8 appearances so far, so he started every game. His return is 2 goals and 1 assist. We don't really recognise him as a goal scorer or a guy that's going to be constantly creating assists, so I don't think you expect these numbers to be too drastic. You know, it's not horrible in my opinion. Maybe you could expect it a wee bit better from him, considering that he's playing in the Scottish Premiership, and this is considered a so-called, quote, pub league. If Kante was that good, surely he'd be dominating the stats a bit more. He's had 2 player of the matches so far at the first 8 games, picked up 1 yellow card, shot on targets 43%, his passing only 83. I mean, that's not good. You'd expect Kante's passing to be better than 83. That's slightly better than, 4 out of 5 passes completed. That's not a great stat, to be fair, of someone of his quality. And tackling percentage 1 is currently at 82%. His average rating, 7.49. Now, that is a solid rating. If you're playing a 7.49 every game, you are a good player. But at the moment, That 7.49 has not been good enough for Hearts. It only, like I said, sees them sitting in third place in the league table, so they will need to bounce back quickly. They've played a game more than Celtic as well, so if Celtic win their game in hand, they would go above Hearts, which would demote them down to 4th. It's very tight though, look at that, down to Motherwell 9th place, they're on 10 points, Hearts in 3rd, separated by 12. I mean, in the space of one game, Hearts could go from 3rd to 10th, and that is with Kante, so even though 3rd place looks alright, if you look at the bigger picture, it's not been a great start this season, but Kante is still settling in. He can turn this around, guys. We're going to probably sim it now up till the new year, and we'll see what things are looking like then. Well, is Kante a fraud? It's beginning to look that way. We are on the 1st of January 2022. Hearts have played 21 games. We're way into the second half now of the season, and Hearts find themselves joint on 28 points for 7th place, just above a 9th place on goal difference. Absolutely shocking. They are trailing league leaders Rangers by 18 points. They are trailing their Edinburgh rivals Hibernian by 16 points. How the hell has things went so bad? Honestly, I do not know. They find themselves, like I said, sitting in 7th place. Only 8 wins with 21 games. They'd be doing better without Kante, surely. I cannot understand why they are doing so bad here. We'll have a quick look at Kante's stats, but it doesn't look like he is going to win the league here with Hearts. I mean, they did appear to have an injury, I guess, with Craig Gordon, which doesn't look good. Let's see what his injury was like. How long was he out for? Pulled ankle ligaments. So we don't know when it happened. It was a moderate injury. I mean, it doesn't seem that bad. And then you've also got Suter, who was out. I wonder how long his injury was. Damaged Achilles. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess you could argue that they've had 2 key players out, but you'd think that Kante being in there would have would have done something, would have helped them through that injury crisis, having Suter and Gordon out, but at the moment it hasn't really happened. He made 21 appearances, so he's played in every single game so far. He scored 2 goals, 3 assists. He's had 3 player of the matches. He had 2 after 8 games, and now after a fuller, 13 games, he's only got an extra 1. Seems pretty poor. He's picked up 2 yellow cards. His passing percentage at 88, tackling at 82. He's still playing at a 7.46, which is solid, don't get me wrong, that's a great rating. But it must be everybody else then in the club that's letting him down, because at the moment, he's not doing the business. He's not doing what we expect him to do at Hearts. And at this stage, I don't think there's any way Kante will win the league with Hearts. I mean, like, they're 18 points behind Rangers. He just ain't going to claw that gap back. We're just going to skip to the end of the season now. Normally, I would, stop it at several parts before then, have a look at what the situation's like at the split, but let's be real, guys. I mean, at this stage, Hearts might not even be in the top 6 split to have a chance at the league. So, yeah, let's just skip to the end there and see how they finish up. It is all over, and the Kante experiment has went horribly wrong for Hearts. They finish 6th in the Cinch Premiership. They did manage to get in to the top half of the split, but it didn't work out too well for them. They actually ended up finishing 9 points behind St Johnstone, but they are above St Johnstone because St Johnstone obviously finished in the bottom half of the table. Kind of mad how the split works. Kind of mad in general that with Kante, Hearts could only finish 6th. Now, we will check out some of Kante's stats in a minute, but let's see how Hearts got on in cup competition and how they got on towards the end of the season, because it looks like they might have just lost every single game in the split. I mean, just based on how that league table looks, I don't think they will have picked up many points. So, no, they didn't. They picked up 1 point in the Cinch Premiership Championship group from the split. Pretty shocking, if you ask me. That point was against Aberdeen at Tynecastle. The other results include a 2-1 defeat against Celtic at Celtic Park, a 2-0 defeat at home against Hibernian, 3-1 defeat at Ibrox, and a 1-0 defeat at Firhill. That is absolutely shocking. In terms of cups, they got to the Scottish Cup quarter-finals where they got knocked out by Raith Rovers. I mean, really? Raith fucking Rovers. Jesus Christ, look at October. What a shit month October was for Hearts. 5 defeats in a row, and that's pretty much when their season went to absolute dog shit. It went to dog meat. And in the Premier Sports Cup, they didn't get out the group stage. This has to be one of the worst seasons in Hearts history, man. What is happening here? Kante was supposed to come and improve the club. Never mind, come and make them finish 6th. They're due to play Kelty Hearts in a friendly. Jesus Christ, Kelty Hearts would probably finished higher. Kelty Hearts would have probably had a better season than this. So 6th in the league, not getting out the Premier Sports Cup group stage, and getting knocked out of the quarter-finals of the Scottish Cup by Raith Rovers. Pretty shocking. In terms of Kante, he played every game this season. 4 goals and 9 assists. Not bad on the assists. Goals, I guess he would have maybe wanted a few more. Finished with an average rating of 7.44. I mean, it is what it is. It's not great. Were we expecting better? You know what, from Kante? I'd say, yeah, probably. He was the second best player in the league according to the average match rating. Connor Goldson won the award just with first place. But yeah, Kante coming in second place, showing that he was doing something right. In terms of player of the matches, man of the matches, Kante then got 5 over the course of the season, but it was Sander Clark for St Johnstone who got a mighty 12. Jesus Christ, he did amazing. So great for him. Distance covered, that's something I'd expect Kante to be leading in, and he was second to only Jordan Marshall of Dundee. So that was a start I was expecting Kante to dominate, and he did do well. I mean, just because he finished second doesn't mean he didn't cover, you know, the majority of the pitch. It just means that Jordan Marshall ran his legs off for 38 games. Distance covered in 90 minutes. This stat not looking so good for Kante. We can't even see him. You need to scroll down the page to get to him, which is pretty insane. In terms of chances created, most chances created was Kante. So even though we said he only got 9 assists, he did create the most chances. It's just the players he was passing it to weren't that great at putting the ball in the back of the net, unfortunately for him. In terms of defending, tackle rate, was Kante on this? No. Kind of thought he would have been. Tackles won. Again, Kante, 11th place, 70 tackles won over the course of the season. So, I mean, it doesn't look like Kante. Overall, Kante did not have a bad season. He had a pretty good season. But I think we expect it more. I think we expected Kante to come here, do a job, and help Hearts to maybe, if not win the league, at least challenge for the league. It didn't happen. They were pretty poor. They just about sneaked into the top 6 split. And that is it, guys. Kante experiment has failed here. So Kante's had his chance. He's had his shot. He's blown his load. He has not captured the cinch premiership for Hearts. We'll try again with another defender. Who will it be next time? I don't know. There's a few players I'm thinking about using. We'll find out. Surely they've got to do better than Kante, though. Maybe Kevin De Bruyne. Maybe Kevin De Bruyne is going to come in, and it's going to be his opportunity. It's going to be his chance to see if he can do what Kante couldn't, and that is win the league with Hearts. Anyway, guys, that is it. Thanks for watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, comment down below, share this video, and I'll catch you guys later. But until then, peace.